I've lived that way ever since, and it's just been the way I process emotions, really.
That one person was my boyfriend, Travis. Everything this man touches turns to happiness and fun and magic, so I want to thank him for adding that to our shoot.
Taylor Swift is giving fans a glimpse into her new life with NFL star Travis Kelce, and it seems she's absolutely thrilled. Recently, Taylor shared just how much she's enjoying her time in Travis's sprawling mansion. The pair, who have quickly become one of pop culture's most talked-about couples, are blending their worlds in an exciting way, causing fans to be curious about how Swift is adjusting to life with Kelce. But is there more than just the grandeur of the mansion? Has she found her happy place? Let's dive into how Taylor is making this mansion her own, and what it could mean for her relationship with Travis. The blossoming romance of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift spent a summer that seemed lifted from the pages of a fairy tale. But, as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. The Kansas City Chiefs star and his pop sensation girlfriend have been enjoying the best of Europe, exploring the charm of cities like Paris, London, Amsterdam, and Dublin. Their time together has been truly magical, with each destination adding its own touch of romance and adventure. Now, their European adventure has come to a close, and Taylor is back in the US, just in time for the start of the NFL season. With Travis preparing for an ambitious run at his third Super Bowl, the couple wrapped up their unforgettable summer with a glamorous final reunion, a breathtaking farewell at Taylor's stunning $17.75 million vacation home in Rhode Island. And if you didn't already know, the story of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce is one of those unexpected romances that has everyone talking. It all started in a rather unusual way, with Travis putting out hints that he was interested in Taylor. He's known for his big personality and sense of humor, so it's no surprise that he went about this in a playful way. During one of Taylor's massive concerts for her Eras tour, Travis attended with the hopes of meeting her. He even planned to give her a friendship bracelet, which is a cute tradition among her fans, with his number on it. A bold move, to say the least. But fate didn't quite work out as he'd hoped, because he couldn't get close enough to hand it to her. Yet, the gesture got people talking, and soon the idea of these two getting together was all over social media. Travis didn't give up, though, and kept talking about Taylor in a fun, lighthearted way. He mentioned his failed attempt to meet her on his podcast, which he hosts with his brother, Jason Kelce, who's also an NFL player.
If you're up on Taylor Swift concerts, there are friendship bracelets, and I received a bunch of them being there, but I wanted to give Taylor Swift one with my number on it. Not right now.
Ooh.
But she doesn't meet anybody, and she doesn't, or at least she didn't want to meet me.
Their banter about Taylor was funny and genuine, and fans quickly picked up on how much Travis admired her. It didn't take long for this to catch Taylor's attention, and soon there were rumors that they might actually be in contact. Everyone was intrigued because they're from two totally different worlds. She's a pop superstar, and he's a football player known for his toughness on the field. Yet, there was something about their personalities that seemed like a perfect match. Taylor is no stranger to high-profile relationships, but this one had a fresh and exciting feel, partly because it was so unexpected. Not too long after the initial buzz, Taylor was spotted at one of Travis's football games, and that was when things really took off. She was there cheering him on, wearing his team's colors, and looking like she was having a blast. The cameras loved it, and soon, images of Taylor in the stands, laughing and cheering with Travis's mom, were everywhere. Fans went wild seeing Taylor in a football setting, which was so different from the glamorous concert stages she usually dominates. It felt like she was genuinely there to support him, and the warmth she showed toward his family added a sweet, down-to-earth touch. It was clear that this wasn't just a casual fling, Taylor was putting herself out there, enjoying every moment. Their relationship quickly became the talk of the town, with people following every interaction. When they were seen leaving a game together or spotted out on dates, it made headlines instantly. But beyond the excitement, there was a natural charm to their romance. Taylor seemed genuinely happy, and so did Travis. He wasn't shy about talking about her either. He'd mention her on his podcast, making little jokes, and sharing how much he enjoyed spending time with her.
That's my girl.
That's your girl.
You know what I mean? That's my lady. So it's like I'm proud of that.
This openness was refreshing because, unlike some of her previous relationships that were kept very private, this one felt fun and open. Fans from both sides, the Swifties and football fans, found themselves crossing over in a way no one expected. People who had never watched a football game were suddenly interested in Travis and the Kansas City Chiefs, his team. Meanwhile, football fans who knew very little about Taylor Swift's music started checking out her songs. It created this unique, fun blend of two very different worlds, united by the curiosity and excitement around their relationship. Social media was buzzing with reactions, with people joking about how they'd never imagined watching a Chiefs game just to see Taylor Swift in the stands. It became a cultural moment, with everyone from late-night hosts to casual fans talking about them. As their relationship grew, Taylor and Travis seemed to bring out the best in each other. Seeing Taylor in a football setting, laughing and enjoying herself, was a refreshing sight for her fans. She seemed relaxed, genuinely invested, and happy to support him in a setting that was new for her. For his part, Travis showed a warm, protective side, always making sure she was comfortable and cared for in this new environment. Their romance is still fairly new, so there's a lot of curiosity about what might happen next. Will Taylor write a song inspired by Travis? Fans are already speculating about what kind of music this relationship could inspire, and it's exciting to think about how they'll continue to support each other in their different but equally intense careers. Travis and Taylor have captured the public's imagination, and their story feels like it has the potential to be something special. It's not just about them as individuals, but about the unexpected magic that can happen when two people from different worlds come together and simply enjoy each other's company. But before we continue, let's talk about Taylor Swift's rise to the top. Taylor Swift is one of those artists who seems to be everywhere. Yet her journey is as fascinating as the songs she's known for. She was born on December 13, 1989, in Reading, Pennsylvania, and her early years were spent in this peaceful countryside setting, where she first found her love for music. Swift was just a kid when she realized she wanted to be a singer, and it wasn't just a passing phase. She took every chance she could to perform, including singing at local festivals and fairs, while most kids her age were simply having fun with friends. Taylor was already figuring out her sound and dreaming of a career in music. She didn't come from a musical family, but her determination was strong enough to make everyone around her believe in her dream. As she entered her teenage years, her love for country music took over, and she became inspired by legends like Shania Twain. This wasn't a small inspiration. It was huge. So much so that she and her family decided to move to Nashville, Tennessee, the capital of country music, to help her chase this dream. Nashville is a place where everyone is trying to make it, but Taylor's dedication was different. She didn't just want to be another singer, she wanted to write her own songs, and she did just that. Taylor spent hours every day writing lyrics and trying to capture her feelings in words, something she's continued to do throughout her career. At only 15, Taylor signed her first record deal with a label called Big Machine Records, and soon after, she released her debut album, Taylor Swift. This album was a massive step for her and introduced her unique style to the world. Her songs weren't just catchy, they were personal and raw, especially for someone her age. People loved that her lyrics were about real things, like crushes, heartbreaks, and the ups and downs of teenage life. Her early songs connected with listeners, and she quickly became known for her ability to tell stories through her music. This skill was what set her apart, and it wasn't long before she had a loyal fan base cheering her on. As she gained more popularity, Taylor began to explore different musical styles. Her next album, Fearless, was a breakthrough moment. With hits like Love Story and You Belong With Me, she became a superstar practically overnight. These songs had a fairy tale-like quality, but with a twist of real-life emotion. By now, she was winning awards and performing on big stages. Taylor was not just a country artist anymore, she was becoming a pop icon. She kept writing about love and relationships, but each song had its own unique story, and her fans felt like they were living through these experiences with her. Then came her album Red, which marked a big shift. She started experimenting more with pop sounds, and the album was a mix of different styles, showing that she was more than a country singer. Songs like I Knew You Were Trouble and We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together became anthems for people dealing with heartbreak. She poured her feelings into these songs, and it was clear she was growing not just as an artist, but as a person. This shift was risky, but it paid off, and Taylor's fan base grew even larger as people from all over the world connected with her music, a journey of love, heartbreak, and musical evolution. As her career continued, she released 1989, her first full pop album, which was a bold move. This album changed everything for Taylor with upbeat hits like Shake It Off and Blank Space. These songs had a playful tone, but still carried a sense of honesty. 1989 was a huge success, and it won her countless awards, including the Grammy for Album of the Year. Taylor had fully transformed from a country singer into a global pop sensation. She was making music that people couldn't get enough of, and her ability to reinvent herself kept everyone curious about what she would do next. Her following albums, Reputation and Lover, continued to show new sides of her. Reputation was darker, exploring themes of betrayal, fame, and resilience. She introduced a more daring image, letting the world know that she wasn't afraid to stand up for herself, even if it meant changing her good girl image. Then with Lover, she shifted again, showing a softer, more romantic side. This album was colorful and full of songs about finding love, peace, and happiness. One of the most surprising turns in her career came with her albums Folklore and Evermore, which were released during the pandemic. These albums had a softer, indie folk feel, and Taylor once again showed her incredible storytelling ability. Each song was like a little movie, full of details and emotions that made you feel like you were in another world. Fans and critics loved this side of her, and it proved that Taylor could make any genre her own. These albums added a depth to her discography that few pop stars achieve, showing that she's not just about hits, but also about creating art. Taylor Swift's journey has also been marked by her advocacy and her personal challenges. She's been vocal about issues like artists' rights and the importance of owning one's music, which led her to re-record her early albums. These re-recordings have been successful, showing that her fans are dedicated to supporting her on every step of her journey. Throughout her career, Taylor has been known for her close connection with her fans, who call themselves Swifties.
And just how much she's inspired me to be myself.
That's awesome!
Oh my God.
Hi!
She often interacts with them online and even invites them to listen to her albums before they're released. This connection has created a community of people who feel a special bond with her, and it's one of the reasons her concerts and album releases are massive events. Taylor Swift is more than just a pop star. She's a storyteller, an advocate, and an artist who keeps pushing herself creatively. Her journey has been inspiring to watch, and it's exciting to see where she'll go next as she continues to write songs that touch on the universal experiences of love, heartbreak, and self-discovery. Now, for the interesting part of Taylor's life. So, Taylor Swift has had a series of past relationships. Her relationships have been a mix of highs and lows, full of drama, romance, and mystery. Each relationship seemed like a chapter in her life, inspiring some of her most famous songs and leaving fans wondering about the stories behind the lyrics. Her dating life has always been a big topic, not just because she's a superstar, but because she writes about her experiences with such raw honesty. It's like each relationship brought out a different side of her, and she wasn't afraid to share those emotions with the world. Over the years, she's dated a few well-known people, and each relationship came with its own whirlwind of feelings, ups and downs, and eventually, some unforgettable songs. One of her earlier high-profile relationships was with Joe Jonas. The two started dating under the radar for a few months in the summer of 2008, when the Love Story singer hit the stage with the Jonas Brothers for a handful of concerts during their Burnin' Up tour. They were both young and at the height of their teen stardom, and the romance was the talk of Hollywood at the time. But things didn't end well. In fact, it became famous for how quickly it ended. Taylor later revealed in an interview that Joe broke up with her over the phone in a very brief call, which left her heartbroken and a bit shocked. Her song, Forever and Always, was born out of that heartache, capturing the frustration of young love gone wrong. This experience seemed to set the stage for her future relationships, where Taylor often turned the messy and painful moments into some of her most loved songs. Then there was her romance with actor Taylor Lautner, who played the famous werewolf in Twilight. This relationship was sweet and short-lived, and it seemed like they got along well. But maybe the spark just wasn't there. The two Taylors, as fans called them, were cute together, but it didn't last very long. Still, the breakup wasn't messy, and they remained on good terms. Her song, Back to December, is rumored to be about Lautner, with lyrics that suggest she might have regretted how things ended. It's one of the rare songs where Taylor looks back with a sense of apology rather than heartbreak, showing a softer side of her feelings. After Lautner, Taylor was linked to John Mayer, a relationship that seemed more intense. Their age difference and Mayer's reputation as a heartbreaker added a layer of drama to their romance. When they split, Taylor didn't hold back in expressing her feelings. Her song, Dear John, dives into the emotional side of this relationship. With lyrics that are painfully honest, fans quickly picked up on who the song was about, and it became one of those moments where everyone could feel the sting of heartbreak through Taylor's words. This relationship seemed to mark a turning point, showing that she wasn't afraid to address the darker, more complicated parts of love in her music. After the emotional roller coaster with Mayer, Taylor had a brief but passionate relationship with Jake Gyllenhaal. This one was full of intrigue, as they were often seen out together but kept most details private. Their relationship seemed intense, with rumors of them spending holidays together, and fans loved seeing them as a couple. However, it ended suddenly, and Taylor was left feeling hurt. She channeled those feelings into her Red album, with songs like All Too Well, which has since become one of her most iconic tracks. The lyrics are filled with memories of their time together, from sweet moments to the painful ones that followed their split. This song is a favorite among fans because it captures the bittersweet feeling of remembering a love that was powerful but ultimately fleeting. Taylor then dated Harry Styles from One Direction, which was a media frenzy from the start. They were both incredibly famous, and the world was fascinated by this young, glamorous couple. They were seen together at concerts, on vacation, and even sharing a memorable kiss on New Year's Eve. But the relationship didn't last long, and their breakup seemed complicated. Taylor's song style is widely believed to be inspired by him, and it reflects the thrilling yet fragile nature of their romance. She captured the whirlwind of excitement and confusion that came with dating someone in the spotlight, and fans could feel the electricity of their brief time together through her music. After Styles, Taylor had a quieter relationship with Calvin Harris, a famous DJ and producer. This relationship was more private, and it seemed like they were genuinely happy together. They even collaborated on the song "This Is What You Came For," which was a big hit, though Taylor's role in writing the song wasn't public at first. Things eventually fell apart, and the breakup had some drama, especially around the song they'd worked on. Taylor handled it gracefully in public, but it was clear there were hurt feelings on both sides. This relationship showed that even though she tried to keep things private, her love life would always be under the spotlight. Through every relationship, Taylor has shown that love, for her, is a journey filled with moments of intense happiness and deep sadness, and she's never been afraid to share both sides of the story. She's turned her experiences into art, and her fans have connected with the way she transforms heartbreak into healing. Taylor Swift's relationships have given the world some unforgettable songs and glimpses into what it means to love and lose. Each chapter, whether joyful or painful, has shaped her into the artist she is today, leaving fans eager to see where her journey will take her next. What are your thoughts on the romance of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce? Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the following video shown on your screen. You will enjoy it.